most writers mess this up, not because they're bad writers, but because they fall into these invisible traps. Today, I'll show you the 6 biggest reasons writers fail at dialogue and how to fix every single one. If you want to have your readers saying, I just couldn't put this book down, then this video is for you. The first reason that writers fail at dialogue is that everyone sounds the same. You've read it before, 3 characters in a room, and they all sound like the same person. Same sentence length, same vocabulary, same tone. And so why does this happen? Well, you're writing your own voice over and over. It's not lazy, it's just automatic. And we all fall into this trap. We naturally default to how we speak. But the best way to fix this is before writing a scene, you want to jot down one defining trait for each character. So for example, Nora is maybe blunt and sarcastic, and Marcus is thoughtful and slow to speak. And then Jenna, well, she talks in questions and half sentences. And then ask yourself, how would this person say this? The goal isn't to make them quirky, it's to make them specific, to make them recognizable, and ultimately to make them stand out. Now, the second reason the dialogue is not working is potentially that it's too correct. Real people don't speak in perfect grammar. They interrupt each other, they hesitate, they leave thoughts unfinished. So if your dialogue reads like a polished essay, it will just never feel authentic. What you want to do to overcome this is to use contradictions. I don't know instead of I do not know. Or add pauses and interruptions. I mean, I don't know, maybe. Use fragments, 3 years, that's all it took, right? The best dialogue feels like you're eavesdropping on a conversation that's happening behind you. It shouldn't feel like a lecture. Now, the other reason is that you could be using dialogue to explain everything. This is one of the biggest mistakes that new writers make. Characters say things like, I can't believe you're quitting the firm after 12 years and moving to Alaska to start a sled dog rescue. Well, no one talks like that. I mean, I've never heard anyone talk like that. That's the writer talking through the character. And so you need to fix this with subtext. Instead of explaining, let readers infer what's happening. I booked the flight. You're really doing this? Someone's got to save those dogs. It's short, punchy, loaded with meaning, and ultimately you're letting the silence carry the weight. Now, dialogue is tricky, and even the best writers in the world get help with their dialogue, and they get this from a professional editor. So if you are looking to have someone help you polish your story, refine your dialogue, and turn it into a masterpiece, well then look in the description down below. Get in touch with us. We can help pair you with an incredible editor to really make your story shine. The next reason is that every line moves the plot, but nothing reveals the character. And dialogue should do both. Yes, it should move the story forward, but it should also show us who your characters are. Think about it like this. 2 characters can say the same thing, but the way they say it can reveal everything about them. So an example of we should leave could become let's bail before things get worse. That's an impulsive character. It's probably time to go. That's a cautious character. Or I think we've worn out our welcome. That would be more of a charming character. And they all have the same intent, but they're totally different people. And so before writing each line, ask, what does this reveal about the speaker, about the character? If you've yet to sign up for the best writing newsletter in the world, or maybe you haven't heard about it yet, well then go and check the link in the description box down below and sign up for our free newsletter, which is packed full of some of the best writing advice on the internet, as well as the latest writing tips and publishing news. The next reason your dialogue might not be working is that there's no conflict in the conversation. Great dialogue, the best dialogue, has tension, even in quiet moments. But many writers treat dialogue like filler or just exposition. And in real life, we talk to connect. In fiction, characters talk to get what they want. If both characters agree on everything, then there's no drama. Even friends and lovers have micro conflicts. One wants to stay, one wants to leave, one avoids a topic entirely, and the other pushes to keep discussing that topic. Make sure there's some friction in every major exchange. Conflict doesn't mean yelling, it means desire meets resistance. And another big reason that dialogue doesn't work is there's no rhythm, no flow. Bad dialogue feels flat and lifeless, and good dialogue moves. It has energy, bounce, rhythm. But here's the trap. When we write dialogue, we often read it silently in our heads. So it might look fine on the page, but it can often sound robotic. So you need to fix this by reading every scene out loud. Better yet, record yourself and listen back. Does it sound like two people talking or like two robots? If you stumble while reading, chances are your reader will too. So rewrite it until it flows. And a bonus tip here is to vary sentence lengths. Dialogue isn't monotone. It should be music to your reader's ears. You don't need to write Tarantino level dialogue to be a great storyteller. You just need to write real people with clear voices, with friction and rhythm and purpose. If you can fix even one of these dialogue fails, and readers will feel the difference. So which one will you be fixing first? Which one are you most guilty of? Leave a comment down below and I will reply to as many as I possibly can. YouTube will now be recommending another one of my writing videos just here, so go ahead and watch that one up next. And if you aren't yet subscribed, make sure to subscribe to our email list below and check out our website.